Hi, I'm Justin, and I'm a software engineer with a background in operations management. As an operations manager at one of the largest wellness retreat centers in North America, I thrived on running across departments to keep a center with hundreds of guests running smoothly. Troubleshooting problems alongside department leaders, I found so much joy in collaborating with others to turn complicated logistics into streamlined systems, a passion that very naturally led me to software engineering. I also found that clunky old systems kept making life harder for leadership staff, especially with keeping track of finances. That's why I built InvoiceIQ, which is a full-stack web application that helps business owners keep track of their invoices, which also uses AI to provide metrics such as price tracking. In a world where businesses are running on razor-thin margins, InvoiceIQ is here to help by generating beautiful visual graphics that reflect real-time spending trends. In the front end, I used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as ChartJS for my charting engine. In the back end, we have Node.js, Express, EJS as a templating engine, Passport for authentication, MongoDB for storing information in the database. The Anthropic Files API allows us to upload files to Claude, and Claude Sonnet Port 4.5 parses the invoice and turns it into JSON format. Let's look at the example of a small bakery. Here we can see flour, sugar, eggs, and milk. We can also see the quantity, unit price, and total price. Business owners will be able to upload their invoices to my software to have Claude read over the PDF, turn it into JSON format, and upload it into a dashboard. Let's see that now. Users can sign up here, but today we're going to be logging in. Once we log in, we can see our dashboard. Right now, it's empty, so let's change that. Here, we can upload all of our files. Once you press submit, they'll be sent to Claude for processing. Once the files have been submitted to Claude, they'll be populated in the dashboard. So let's see that now. As we can see, all of our items are here. Let's click on one. When you click on an item, the chart will populate with the price of the item from each invoice. You can also view the unit price for each item. Now, let's say in one particular month, you found that the prices were too high. Let's click on this graph. Once we click on the graph, we can go ahead and also view the invoice that it comes from. We can verify that the information is correct, as according to our records. Then we can make a note. Now, once we leave this note will be tied to this particular invoice. Every invoice has their own section of notes. You're also able to delete this invoice as well. This application has a myriad of utilities to help a business keep track of their finances. And there were two complex pieces of functionality that were really difficult to achieve. The first being uploading the files and converting them to JSON, as well as populating the dashboard with the information. Let's check that out now. So here, this function defines what we will do to upload the files. First, we grab the files, put them into an array, and then upload them to Cloudinary. We also define a template for what Claude should output, which contains the description, quantity, unit price, and total price for each item. As well, it has the invoice date created and the due date for this invoice. Now we also have where we start to talk to Claude. So first, we have our API key here. Now we take the file and upload it to the Claude Files API. Here, we say, please extract the invoice data from the attached PDF and return it as a JSON object. So now we attach the JSON object format, and now Claude gives us a response. We just clean that response up to remove it of any formatting, and then throw that into our database. Now that it's in the database, our EJS has access to it. So let's view that here. Here, our EJS will render our HTML. So for each and every individual item in the array, it will load up a stat card that has the item description and the unit price of the item. For future features, I'd love to add email integration so that invoices can automatically be uploaded to the software. I also would like to try with OCR technology so that the whole thing can be done offline. Each business has their own custom needs, and I'd love to offer this software as a full-fledged custom enterprise resource planning software. Overall, I had so much fun building out this project. This project really reminded me of why I love programming. Thank you so much for watching my demo day video. Goodbye.